And we're live. Episode 9, what we see, we're back. I've yet to upload episode 6, 7, or 8. But I gotta get on that. We got 1 through 5 that are all uploaded, but we're just recording out here. We're clip farm. Clap. Nice. All right, ready to go. We got a variety of topics, some that we cover pretty frequently. We'll start off with Bears training camp. I went again this week. Probably the most boring practice so far. It was packed. Couldn't really get a seat in the stands.
What day did you go?
I went on Thursday. It was day before the Dolphins practice, unpadded.
And the day before was supposedly like insane intensity.
Yeah. I don't think that was a public practice though. If it was, then I didn't have tickets, but I think that one was only open.
No, I think it was like credentialed or whatever they call it, like media personalities and like a couple other people.
Yeah, like family, friends.
Yeah.
But hearing a lot of good stuff. Apparently, Kevin Byard compared Ben Johnson to Mike Vrabel, and all the people who were like, Ben Johnson's not a leader of men. Why didn't we hire Mike Vrabel? He's a leader of men. Like, you're getting both. You're getting the best of both worlds with Ben Johnson. So it seems. Did you hear it all? Were you on Twitter at all yesterday during the Dolphins practice?
No, but I heard that they did amazing. But
the Bears,
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had Dolphins Twitter like crashing out. There's one reporter who was pressed and was like, "This is supposed to be non-contact. Like, they're wearing pads. It is a full contact like practice. They're going to be hitting." Dolphins were just they did not come to play. Yeah,
that's okay. Like to see that.
Dolphins were fighting each other a little bit.
Who was repping at QB for them? Tua?
Yeah, he threw a couple picks. Nashawn Wright is a guy for the Bears who's been sort of standing out through training camp. He broke up a pass, which was then intercepted by Brisker or Byard. I don't remember who.
Nice.
Tremaine Edmonds had a nice pick that it looked like from the highlight that Tua just kind of threw it right out. So
classic.
Yeah.
Tua before his hip injury was crazy.
Tua before the hip injury. What could have been, man?
Could have been. Greatest Samoan of all time. Or Hawaiian, whatever.
In college?
Him versus Palomalu would have been close.
You're forgetting about Mariota.
No, but college, but I'm talking about like career-wise. Also, Mariota never won a chip.
Yeah, that's true. But if we're talking greatest Samoans in NFL history, Tua is not even close to the top of the list.
I'm just saying that he had the chance to be before the injury.
For sure.
He was on the
track. Palomalu is probably number 1. Vita Vea is up there. Mohamed Sanu has just got one of those names. I don't think he's actually Samoan, though.
No, he is.
I don't 100%.
know. There's some older, very good Samoan guys, too. I'm trying to remember them. Like, I know for sure there was a dude that played, and he had like a 4-letter last name.
You think about Stephen Paya? Bench press record breaker?
He is Samoan, I want to say.
He is, yeah. He was a monster.
He wasn't like that good at football, but would have been awesome at rugby.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he's an athlete. You could see it. He just wasn't a great pass blocker, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bears going crazy at training camp. That's basically what I've been hearing, which is like, how much of it is just people are at training camp and need something to talk about?
I don't know. From everything I've heard, that's
what I'm saying.
It keeps doubling down. I feel like normally I don't buy into the training camp preseason hype.
That's right.
And I bought into it a lot last year, just mainly because we had Hard Knocks and whatnot. Like, so it was exciting.
I don't think I watched a second of Hard Knocks, to be honest.
It was great. But
all I remember is that people were happy about Eberflus's daughters. Right, that was a thing.
There was some commentary on the little Eberflus
discourse.
They made some appearances. Yeah. But if we had Hard Knocks this year, it'd be awesome. The Bills got it this year. I haven't tuned in at all. But I think there's only one episode out.
Interesting team. Don't really like him. Everyone likes the Bills. I don't like the Bills.
I like the Bills. They're a fun team.
Exactly. You're everyone. I'm counterculture.
Yep.
I'm not Bills Mafia. I am something else. I don't know. What's the opposite of a mafia? Like a parliament?
Yeah, maybe.
What's the opposite of a bill? I'm coin parliament.
Coin parliament?
Bills. Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah.
Preseason? You been watching any preseason football?
I saw that one guy from that one school did something pretty decent for the
for that one team.
For that one team, yeah. No, but that was Travion Henderson, right? He had like a crazy kickoff and something like that.
Travion Henderson is legit. He is very legit. Took the opening kickoff to the house. So apparently his first touch as a Buckeye was a 70-yard touchdown. His last touch as a Buckeye.
As a Buckeye.
Yes, was a 75-yard touchdown. And his first touch as a Patriot was a 100-yard kick return touchdown.
True. But he played in college before he was a Buckeye. Just saying.
I didn't know that.
He was a Rebel.
Interesting. But Patriots game was pretty good. Drake May had like a pretty embarrassing. He pulled a Jameis Winston in the national championship.
Really?
You
threw the ball backwards? Yeah.
And the ball just slips out of your hands. And you don't see that. You don't see that all over the news. Caleb Williams misses the net a few times in a drill where you're thrown without the laces.
That's facts.
Release. And that's all over the place. Colin Cowherd's talking about how Caleb Williams might be the next Johnny Manziel, but Drake May.
Did he say that?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen Caleb wear a hat any other way than just straightforward. And Colin Cowherd doesn't even like him. That's crazy. Wasn't there a guy that wore like the Cowboys coach? Didn't he wear like a visor backwards and upside down or something like that? Did you see that?
No, I don't know.
It was a bad look. I don't know. It was just like one of those things where it's like, what is going on in Dallas? I don't know. Weird place.
I think Brian Schottenheimer is their coach.
Something like that. Some guy that like will be a trivia fact in 6 years. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes for him in Dallas.
It's crazy though. Like I didn't see a thing about Drake May looking. Did he look bad objectively?
No, he looked fine. He looked like Drake May. He takes. I guess he had a bit of a fumbling problem last year.
Turnover problem in general.
A little bit, yeah. Sort of just like what you'd expect from a rookie, but
sure.
He looked fine. It's one of those things where like you gotta still wait for the regular season, especially with him. I feel like.
Yep.
Will Campbell looked really good.
Good for him. He's a beast.
Nice. Kyle Williams, one of their receivers they drafted, looked pretty good. Had some nice releases. But Travion Henderson was definitely the star of the show. And Washington just got whooped. I mean, it's preseason, but they got whooped.
Who cares? I don't know. Travion Henderson, good against the practice squad. That's cool. Good for him. I don't think it's worth much.
Dude, there's a chance he puts up better numbers than Genty. I'm not going to lie.
Really? I mean that, like, how does you mean that like for rookie of the year purposes or like offensive rookie of the year purposes?
Yeah, I think Cam Moore might run away with offensive rookie of the year, but as far as the most productive rookie running back, Henderson might give Genty a run for his money.
Okay. Do you think that like Genty will still be respectable? Or are you doubting what he's going to do?
Yes, but I don't know if what the Raiders are going to be able to do on offense is going to like feed into his success really well. It seemed like their offensive line was not doing him any favors in the one series that he played. But Travion Henderson played so well that like it seems like he could overcome those issues.
Is he like their starting running back at this point?
Trevion? Oh yeah, Ramondre Stevenson. There's no way Ramondre Stevenson like is taking more than 10, 15 snaps a game by week 4, week 5.
You want to Ramondre Stevenson? Fun fact.
Yeah, go for it.
There was a game where I bet Ramondre Stevenson in a parlay to like have like I moved the line to be low. It was like 29 yards or something. He had like 26 yards in the first quarter. And on the last play, like he like broke one for like 12 yards. I'm like, I'll bet it's gonna cash. Every other leg hit. But on that play, he like broke his finger in someone's face mask and went out of the game. So that kind of sucks.
But the leg hit?
No.
Oh.
It was like 2 yards short, and then he went out in like the first play of the second quarter or something like that. Tough.
South B, man. House always wins.
Yeah, it's gross. Don't like that.
Speaking of fingers breaking, Anthony Richardson.
Did he break his finger?
He dislocated his pinky. Didn't break it, but it was
like
throwing
in?
Yeah, pretty sure. It was pretty nasty looking. Right.
Are we done with the Anthony Richardson experiment?
I was a big believer in him. I'm not confident that he's gonna like pan out, at least in Indianapolis. I think he's a guy that like could go elsewhere and then, with the right system, maybe get a shot.
Maybe. He did tap himself out last year, didn't he?
Yeah, that's kind of that. He doesn't really have.
I feel like you can't do that and also be a top 25 quarterback, which is a low bar.
Yeah, you really gotta love football, and I don't think I've ever seen a player. They probably haven't covered it because they're not.
I mean, DTs do it all. Like defensive linemen do it all the time.
But you're in the trenches like every single play.
It's different.
You definitely need a break.
It's different.
For a quarterback to be like, I need to sit down because I'm tired. I still want to play this snap.
You probably are gonna hand off the ball in the next play. It's crazy.
Yeah. So the Anthony Richardson experiment, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Daniel Jones.
Agreed.
I don't know how long the recovery is for a dislocated pinky, but it seems like Daniel Jones is going to get some regular season snaps. And I saw a fun stat. I want to say some number over 50% of Daniel Jones's either completions or pass attempts are within 0 to 9 yards, which is just like first in the league by a wide margin.
By a lot, yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean,
he just does not throw the ball downfield, so the Colts are just gonna be dink and dunk the whole way.
I mean, yeah, he's one of the wildest draft picks of all time, in my opinion. Like, dude, I think he went 4th overall, right?
Mm-mm.
2nd overall. What was he?
Oh no,
6th overall. He was even number. No, he was this. He did. Daniel Jones.
I want to say he was 11. 6. Wow, holy shit.
Yeah, he was 6.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure he's the second quarterback taken off the board after Trevor Lawrence too.
No, wasn't he? Trevor Lawrence was the Justin Fields draft class.
Oh, so he was a year before him. Yeah. Okay, so he was
Burrow.
Maybe it was 2 years before him. I don't know. I think he was the second quarterback taken.
Yeah, out of Duke too. Known for developing their quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't know a single other Duke quarterback that's done anything other than, I guess, Riley Leonard.
Yeah, I was going to say Riley Leonard used to be a Duke guy.
But he's horrible. I mean, he's got a humongous heart, but he's not good at football.
There's one guy, because Riley Leonard, I think, is
he played at Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, but I think he is.
There's no way he got picked up, really.
No, he's on the Colts. He's on the Colts.
He's on the Colts.
So the Colts have both of the Duke
quarterbacks.
Duke products.
How many times has an NFL team rostered 2 Duke quarterbacks? Probably never.
It might be the first time in NFL history. I'm not gonna lie.
It's probably going to be the only time. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But one guy on the Raiders, Cam Miller. I think he's
Cam Miller,
North Dakota State guy.
Quarterback?
Yes. Where did he
Yeah.
go to school?
He was really good. North Dakota State.
North Dakota State?
Or South Dakota State. Yeah, it was one of them.
He was the guy, because Brady is a partial owner of the Raiders. So on draft day, Brady was like, Cam
No
Miller,
way.
this is my guy.
Gotta have him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is that like public?
Yeah.
Damn.
He
That's
is
crazy. Can you imagine?
6th-round pick.
Yeah, right. Of course. I mean,
he looked good too. He had a nice pump fake into a deep ball. I think he just had it up the sideline. Might have been cover 2. Safety couldn't get out wide. It's nice touchdown pass.
I mean, honestly, if you could just like have Tom Brady work in your organization, you could just have him look at every quarterback and like just be like, which one of them can I just tell what to do, and they have to listen to me. Because he sucked. Like, as a raw prospect, he was not like, he would say it probably has like a B+ arm, probably has like D mobility, like like an even D mobility. And he wasn't running like a crazy hard offense at Michigan. Like, he just totally was like, I'm going to be the best. And then took every breath to do it. Like, why can't he just find another guy that's willing to do it and tell him what to do? I don't know. Maybe who's this guy? Cam Miller, right? Yeah. No, he's really good from what I remember. He beat some like D1 team 2 years ago, I want to say. It wasn't Iowa, but it was like something. They're always a good program too. Good for him.
Yeah. That's definitely an appeal with being the Raiders. Like, if you're a quarterback going in the draft
process, oh my God.
Process, and you're like, I have the chance to go, like, even get like the slightest amount of mentorship from Brady.
That's a huge draw.
I'd be inclined.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're just like an average athlete white guy. Like, figure it out. Pretty crazy.
I'm trying to think of some other games that were on yesterday.
Green Bay play?
Not yet. No, Lions and Falcons played. And
didn't some guy like die?
Really bad injury. They canceled the game. They just didn't.
Did you see what they did? They like snapped the ball. I don't know if you saw that, but the play after, they snapped the ball. No, I swear. They snapped the ball, and like the quarterback held it, and then they like, while the ball was live, like started praying in a circle. And then after 6 minutes, the ref just came out and was like, okay, the game's so like suspended or whatever. But they were literally just like, it was like the day after Kobe died, or the games after Kobe died, when people took like the 24 and the 8. Like, they literally just hiked the ball and stood there and were like, fuck. Pretty wild moment.
Yeah, it was scary. I haven't heard much about it since, but he was taken to the hospital, and he is like, he's awake, talking, and has some mobility.
Damn, he's like, his career's done? Probably.
I don't know. It's scary. It's one of those. It's like the worst place to have a really severe injury. So
yeah,
hopefully the Lions can, take care of him, do one of those, keep them on the
Who's the coach of the Falcons?
Raheem Morris.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, scary moment. That's sort of what you get with just football in general. And people are like, why are you playing preseason games? Like, it's so unnecessary. And it's like,
you need him, I think.
You need him. You have guys who like otherwise would have no shot at making the roster.
Exactly.
These opportunities. And it's football. It's the nature of the game. This is going to happen whether it's preseason or a regular season game. You could make the argument that these preseason reps help prevent this type of stuff from happening more often in the first 2 weeks.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah. I think it's mostly just like the guys that are getting crazy injured now, they're just not on steroids and they don't have the strength. And all the real NFL players are on a crazy amount of just testosterone and tranquilizers. And that's why they're all not getting injured ever. No, I'm just kidding. But there is something to be said about a lot of like ligament injuries versus a lot of like different types of injuries in the preseason, I guess.
Did you catch any of the Vikings game? It might still be going on right now. It probably is. It started at 3.
Saw that JJ led a beautiful field goal drive, but I didn't see much else.
Beautiful isn't the word I describe it. He had some nice plays, but he missed
Missed a
high
pass on
on a
3rd and
throw
5.
across the middle. Yeah, that really.
But
I don't
he
know.
looked fine. I don't know. I think
He looked
that
fine.
they're going to be.
He can fire it in there. Yeah, it makes me think of the video at the combine where they're just throwing at the wall. And, like JJ throws 62 miles an hour, and then like who is it? Joe Milton throws 63, something like that. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, JJ didn't know you had an arm. You
Yeah.
could see it. It's on display. It's on display. He was
He's
firing
like,
good.
that's the thing that people don't understand about him is he's really a great athlete. Like there was a lot of times at Michigan in his like true sophomore year where he was still like battling for the QB spot where he would come in on like 3rd downs and they would run like QB power with him because he is like he runs hard. He's not an easy guy to tackle. Like I don't know, there's not a lot of film out there on him running the football, but he can do a lot for you that you don't expect, I guess. He's a great athlete.
I mean, I was
hockey player too.
I was definitely pleading my case against JJ last week, but
yeah, you fucking loser.
Did we? I don't even think we talked about like playing against him in high school.
Yeah, pretty much did that. But
dude, when we played,
how well did it go?
Dude, we got whooped. When we played against JJ McCarthy in high school, that was like the single most I've ever seen a player be better than the rest of everyone else who's on the field.
It was the most half-speed thing of all time. Like he legitimately, like his offensive line was good. Maybe he had 4 clean seconds to throw the ball, but like he would just bounce in the pocket, wait for his read, fire it, walk up the field, half jog up the field, and they gained like every single yard that they possibly could until they took him out of the game. Like it was unreal. I remember like the coach for the cornerbacks, like the DB's coach for our high school, would say like, okay, if you're, you have wider hashes in high school. So if you're the cornerback on the field side, on like the side of the field with more space, and you're covering the receiver and he runs a streak, if he goes right by you, you can pretty much just like let him run. Because if the ball's on the other hash, a quarterback is not going to be able to make that throw in high school. And like literally the second play of the game, ball on the opposite hash, JJ takes it, 3-step drop probably, and just throws like 48 yards on a rope right over our cornerback's head, touchdown. Like, probably a 60-yard throw in the air.
I want to try to pull up. Maybe somebody's got their huddle tip. Maybe Tyler Morris.
We could find something.
Tyler Morris, I think, went for like
scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
he scored the first 4. It was 28-0 in the first quarter, and they had 4. He had 4 touchdowns. Tyler Morris did. That was just,
that was not a fun game.
Unreal.
But that was still that was some BS because like Nazareth
they can recruit
a private school that can recruit playing against. I mean, they're playing up a class or two. Maybe
because they have like 500 kids, but they all play sports. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Playing against a public school was just like
with
you put together what you
kids.
can get.
Yeah.
And
banged up teams too at that point.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun way to go out. But honestly, like in hindsight, knowing that JJ McCarthy is about to be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings this year,
pretty crazy.
Like, okay. It's not the worst.
Here's a fun fact too. Up until we played JJ, well, actually, I guess he probably played games previously, but like after we played him, every single one of his games, you'd have to pay money to go see.
You had to pay money to go to our game.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was like the first game that you had to pay to go see JJ, and then since then, every single game you'd have to have a ticket for.
Well, he played at
IMG.
He played in playoff games before,
but like for the regular season, like I guess like that wasn't his first playoff game of that series, but like we saw him for $8. Is the point?
We did see JJ McCarthy probably for the cheapest anyone will ever see him again.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good point. Yeah, it was about $8. I think it was $5. I feel like we were students. We were students.
Maybe $5.
I think it was only $5.
I think it was free if you were a student. Maybe not.
No, because you still had to pay. So it was like an IHSA kind of event.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's the single best high school football player I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't think I'll ever like go to another football game and see one player like be that much better than the rest.
In a high stakes game too.
in a high stakes game. Yeah.
So
that was very
that's
cool.
pretty wild.
But they his preseason drive was good. It was good. His accuracy is fine. He had a couple. Jordan Addison, I will say, looked insane.
He's a 1. He's 100% a 1.
Jordan Addison was insane.
Yeah, dude, I think that dude's such a dog. He would be. I mean, I don't even know if his like frame is for a 1, but you could design an offense around him 100%. Like he is a very, 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 very good football player.
JJ put like one throw behind him on like a sort of the rollout flood concept that you see in every preseason game, like on every drive, basically, because no coach.
Because it's just like the quarterback's not going to get hit on this play. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the basic, like something will get open. Can my quarterback make the right read? So
yeah.
JJ threw to Addison a little bit high and inside. Addison made a great catch. And then JJ found Addison again on what was either a crosser or like a dagger route. It was a little low, but Addison made a diving catch. That was super impressive. And then they went for it on fourth down. JJ scrambled, picked it up. And then the next third down, he missed it high. And that was the only like poor
bad play.
JJ.
Yeah.
He had another one where he was under pressure. And I think tried to get it to a guy, and he was either batted or he threw it away. I can't remember. That was the only thing that was like, okay, well maybe there's a weakness there, but
looked solid. Who do you think has the best wide receiver core in the league?
It's the Vikings and the Bengals, and then everyone else is like 5 tiers
Tampa
below.
Is Tampa close?
Tampa for sure, especially if Emeka Buka ends up being pretty good. Apparently he's been tearing it up at training camp.
Dude, he was a guy that at Ohio State, like 5-star out of high school, always in Marvin's shadow, but like kind of seemed like he was just as good and like just didn't have the aura to him, like the whatever. I don't know, because he, as an athlete, like I would almost say he's a better athlete than Marvin Harrison. Like it's dude, he is so fast and so big, it's insane. Like I don't know. I think he's definitely stronger.
Probably. I think Marvin's frame and like the speed he has with that frame sort of like gives you so much of a boost if you're just picking an athlete.
If you're
just
it's
a hard argument. But I think Emeka can move a little.
Dude, he can move so well. It's unreal. And he always runs downhill. Like he's not an easy guy to tackle.
He's a lot like JSN, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say he's JSN with like 30 pounds though.
I don't know if it's that. Maybe. I don't know how much taller he is than JSN.
Buka's pretty big.
Definitely like a slot guy.
Yeah. JSN, he's all right.
I like him.
Here's JSN stat line every game. Ready? 4 catches, 89 yards, 1/3 of a touchdown.
No DK. No DK Metcalf in Seattle this year. So we'll get to see
what
he can do.
Maybe okay. Well, he'll do a little bit better than that then. But he just he catches like 26 yard passes like 3 times a game.
Yeah.
And he's not as good after the catch as he should be, in my opinion. But whatever.
That's about all the notable. This is what I was trying to get to from the Vikings game. Rondale Moore. So Rondale Moore, I guess.
He got fucked up, right?
Yeah, last year got hurt. I don't know if it was in a game or at practice, but had to be like put in air cast and taken off. And he got hurt again on a punt return and got carted off the field. Seemed very frustrated. Pretty likely season ending or will miss a significant amount of time. So
shout out to a guy that killed Ohio State. Oh my god.
Yeah, Purdue.
Dude, that's like the coolest football game of all time.
Because like Ohio State was like number 2 in the nation, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Ohio State was number 2. Purdue sucked, and like Purdue, like 3 games before the Ohio State game, started charging up for the Ohio State game. Like they had, I think his name was like Tyler Durbin, like kid with cancer, and like he was like Mr. Purdue, go to all their games, and like they were like, okay, we like need you to be here for the Ohio State game. Like you got to hang on because we're gonna beat Ohio State. And then they just like went out and like they didn't just beat Ohio State. They like kicked the shit out of them. They won by like 4 scores. It was fucking crazy. Rondale Moore had like 300 all-purpose yards. Total breakout game. Just like unreal energy in fucking West Lafayette, Indiana. One of the cooler moments in college football history, for sure.
Well, on the topic of receivers, should we do a little draft? Yeah. How many guys do you think we should take? I feel like we could go. I feel like 5 is a safe amount.
5? Okay, that's fair.
So we're doing a 5-man receiver draft, but they only have one arm. We're doing a snake draft because the number 1 pick seems a little too obvious. And it's only right that I get the number 1 overall pick. And there's no other answer. I got to go Odell Beckham Jr. Is Mr. One
Yeah,
Hand.
I mean,
the one-hand
it's the thing. Like, he was the first one to, like, probably not to practice it, but to practice it in a way that was like, I'm not just doing this because it looks cool. I'm doing this because I, like, will be using it in games very frequently. Like, it was it's an interesting thing with him because I feel like he got so good with catching with one hand that his coaches were just okay with it. They were just like, oh yeah, like you could probably end up getting 2 hands on that, but
yeah,
OBJ is going to catch it every single time.
No one else who gets that treatment.
No, ever. Like,
he's the only dude.
No, yeah. I'm trying. Okay, so there's like 3-4 guys that I could go here number 2, and I know that you won't take one of them.
There's one guy I really want.
Okay, so because I think there's 2 guys that I'm between, and I know that you want one of them. Is the guy that you want not in the league right now?
We can do an all-time draft. I should have specified. OBJ technically is in the league, but I have a couple Hall of Famers mixed in.
Okay. I'm taking George Pickens too. I'll take George Pickens because actually, talent-wise, he is like low-key better than OBJ. Like,
that's a good pick. I was not expecting that. He wasn't even on my list.
Really? Okay, because it was between him and the guy that played a long time ago that has like some of the craziest fucking clips I've ever seen. But like, I actually think that like George Pickens might be more talented than OBJ in the one-handed catch, like the spectacular catch.
Have you seen
not in like the
practice at Georgia,
dude? It's like they're like, what the fuck? Like, they don't even look possible. He's like parallel to the ground, and the one against the one that was out of bounds. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even know how he saw the ball there. Like, yeah. So I think I probably I should have drafted the other guy second because I feel like you're gonna get him, but
it's a snake draft.
Oh, I get to go again?
Yeah, you got 2 picks.
Okay. Dude, what's this boy's name? Yeah, I'm trying to. Can you help me? It's the dude that used to play for the Dolphins, and I think he went to U of I. I think he went to the University of Illinois. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly who you're talking about. That's who I want. That's who I want.
Oh my god!
I'll just tell you who it is.
Yeah, tell me.
It's Brandon Lloyd.
Brandon Lloyd, yeah, dude. Because the thing about him is like he pulled it out when it was absolutely necessary, so you didn't get to see it all the time because he would only go up with one if he really couldn't get it with 2. But he would just catch it with 1, get fucking rammed, and just come up with the ball.
Ridiculous.
Unreal.
It's actually insane.
Crazy.
Damn it. I didn't think you were gonna go for Brandon Lloyd.
Yeah, Brandon Lloyd
was like a little sleeper pick.
He's that dude. No, Brandon Lloyd's that dude. And I think like OBJ has the best clip of all time in the one-handed department just because of like the way that it affected everything. Mm-hmm. But if you were doing like a top 5, Brandon Lloyd might have the best top 5.
Oh, he's got the one. He could catch it from like any angle too. Crazy
he has like uber flexible shoulders. Like could catch it over the middle. Could catch it in the slot, running up the seam, like back behind his head, like just fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, damn. I really didn't think that you were gonna end up going for Brandon Lloyd. All right, I'll go with my second pick. I feel like I can't leave without Randy Moss.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't.
Yeah, I think he can. Whatever he can do with 2 hands, he could probably do with 1. He's not like the most spectacular one-hand catch guy of all time.
But like you give him 2 weeks and his hands are like fucking this big too.
Yeah. He's got the one in the end zone with the Patriots. He just like it's the most casual one-handed catch. He just reaches out.
Oh yeah, where it's just like slightly out of reach, and it's like I could dive for this, but I'm Randy fucking Moss. I'm gonna catch it in stride with one hand. Like so badass. Yeah.
And then between a couple guys, I think I'm gonna have to go. I don't know if this guy will be there at my next pick.
I have a guy that I really want next. We'll see.
Honestly, I'm okay with letting either of these guys fall. So I'm going to pick an unconventional pick, and I'm going to pick Randy Moss's teammate for a little bit.
No way.
I'm going to go Chris Carter.
Oh, okay. Thank God. That's a good pick. Very good pick. Because he had there's like a clip of Michael Jordan back in the day where he's talking about like the importance of like big hands and how you can tell how big someone's hand is by like how far their thumb can like be in relation to their pointer finger. And Chris Carter can like he can basically touch his thumb to his wrist. Like it's fucking cracked, which might only help you with 2 hands, but like he has super flexible, super big hands. I'm sure he could figure it out. But you scared me because the guy that I really fucking wanted was maybe teammates, probably not teammates with Randy Moss, but it's Gronk because like Gronk, he is another guy that's going to catch with contact, and he's a big body. He's a hard guy to match up against. He's fast, like he's athletic, everything. And he can there's a couple tight ends that would do like the slot ball, right? Like the fade ball. Yeah. But I feel like he was of all those guys, he would be the best with one hand because I don't think you see a lot of tight ends catch with one hand.
See, I was thinking of going a tight end, but I wasn't.
But you weren't going to go Gronk? Okay.
There's another guy. It's still your pick. It's the Snake. So you got your 4th pick now.
I'm not okay. Because also Gronk has that one catch against
the Broncos when he's got the arm brace on.
How the fuck did you catch that?
Yeah.
Pretty epic. Couple other guys you could go here. I'm between 2, and I think the other one will be there for me in my last pick. So I'm gonna take not a guy that you're gonna pick, I don't think, but someone who was an OBJ shadow and was tremendous at one-handed catches, Jarvis Landry.
God, dude, that's who I wanted to let fall. So I thought he'd be there.
Yep. Come on now, dude, because he. Like when OBJ and Jarvis were at LSU, like there's the stories about them going, after practicing with one hand, really getting good at that. And like he's another guy that never really got to be like the one in a really pass heavy offense with a decent quarterback. Like it never really totally worked out for him. But he could definitely like run a full route tree with one hand. 100%.
Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, that is who I wanted. You've stolen two of my guys. I feel a little stuck here. I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson. I'm going heavy on the Vikings.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
So I'm going Justin Jefferson because that catch against Buffalo is
wild.
Difficulty wise, like it's contested. A contested one-hand grab. OBJ is really impressive and like athletically is one of the coolest, if not the coolest play like ever.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most uncatchable balls to ever be caught in terms of just like the placement of the ball.
Yeah, but to go up on 4th and 18,
4th and 18 too, money drive too,
climbs the ladder and comes down with it. And other guy like I don't know who the Buffalo defender is on that play. It might be like
I swear it was like Gilmore, but it wasn't.
The other defender, they both have a palm on the ball.
Yeah, just manhandles it away from him. Unbelievable.
I mean, he's on pace to be like one of the best ever. So I'm happy taking Jefferson.
Another thing about that play is like I think it was our boy Chase Claypool. If you remember, like the Steelers were driving, he made like a nice snag on like a 3rd down and like rolled the ball and was like, boom. And like
And
they were like, dude, that just cost us like 6 seconds. Like Justin Jefferson makes like the best play I've ever seen in my life, and like runs the ball to the referee and like lines up. Like, bro, this dude's an alien. Like, unreal. I don't even think he like really like got up and flexed or anything, if I remember right. Which is just like respect to that guy.
Yeah.
So you have one more pick, right?
Yeah, and I don't know any like I can't think of any receivers right now who are just like that guy with one hand. Like I could go the easy route and just go like Larry, or I can go Megatron and just take guys.
Those are the two that like I was like they're on my board still, but I'm like I hope I can get a better pick than them because
they've got
they're just
safe
great
hands.
wide receivers.
Yes, yeah, but we're talking. They can only use one.
I haven't seen a lot of one from either of them. There's the one like that Georgia Tech with Calvin.
Megatron. That catch is ridiculous.
Oh my god! Like there's a couple of Fitz ones, but not.
Fitz. The Fitz clips in practice are insane.
Oh yeah, he does.
That kind of makes me wanna. That kind of makes me want to go Fitz now, because the practice clips alone. Because like he could, but he was such a sure-handed. He was such a sure-handed guy that he just didn't. But had he only had one arm, he might have just still been disgusting.
You got your tight end still too, if you want to go that guy.
I know, yeah, and I kind of do want to go that guy. This is tough. I feel like you're gonna go Fitz if I don't.
I won't go Fitz. I have a different guy that I want.
All right, I'm gonna go Jimmy Graham.
Oh, okay. So Jimmy Graham was the other guy at tight end I was between, especially when I was thinking about like that fade ball. I don't know though, because he's like the basketball background. You always got two hands on the basketball. I feel like I don't know.
Nah, he would, dude. When he was with the Bears,
he could palm
the last play of the like 2020 wild card game. There's like
they played it didn't matter.
Yeah.
We were down by like 2 scores. Yeah.
He literally catches it with one hand and walks straight into the locker room. It's awesome. It's a great play.
Like doesn't even touch his other hand. Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
And he had some other nice ones because we put him out we just put him out wide on the goal line and would just throw it up to him, and he'd come down with it with one hand pretty frequently. And that was on the back end of his career. So I like that pick.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick for sure. Got one pick left. A lot of directions you could go here. Really would love to have a Bears guy on this list. Don't know if there's a lot of great picks. I think there's like, if you're going to go Bears, there's 2 guys, and I don't like either of them, to be honest. I think there's 2. There's 2 you could go with. He's more honorable mention, in my opinion. But I don't know.
Talking about Marty Booker, honorable mention.
Yeah, Marty Booker. Because that catch against the Lions up the sideline is just like, but the thing about that catch, no hate whatsoever. But like, I don't know if he needed to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he like reaches, jumps and like reaches with one arm. Like he probably could have just like laid hands and fell over. I don't know. Not to hate. It's one of the most impressive catches ever.
I'm giving Marty Booker his credit for that. It's cool.
That's fair. But like, I
recreated that one in the house a few times. He was draped. He had a wide receiver draped all over him.
And he jumps and then catches it at his knee. Like it's just such a wild play. Oh no!
All right, who's your 5 guy?
All right, you know who's rounding out the lineup? It's gonna be Larry Fitzgerald.
No, dude, you suck, bro.
It's gonna be Larry Fitzgerald because he just has to be. He just has to be. Who else could it be? It has to be Larry Fitzgerald.
You just pissed me off, bro.
It has to be Larry Fitzgerald. Funny. That has to be Larry Fitzgerald. I would pick someone else if I could think of anyone else that would be worthy of the spot. I don't know if there is. Who else could it be? Who are some honorable mentions? I'm just mad. I dominated you in that draft. Absolutely dominated. Took your 2 players, and then I it's poker. It's poker. It's drafting players, Mike. Of course I lied. I feel like Hester maybe had like 2 one-handed. He had the one against the Cowboys.
He had one against Dallas.
That was pretty nice. But like couldn't do
You
that.
suck,
Brandon Marshall had a nice one-handed catch against the Niners.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall, honorable mention.
I was gonna take Marty Booker. But then I was like, could I really afford like does Marty Booker is he worth a roster spot over a guy like Larry Fitzgerald? I don't think so.
Jeremiah Smith, honorable mention.
I swear to God, I almost drafted him. If like I would have given
it to you.
I hate him, obviously, but like I think he can actually like play with one hand and be the best wide receiver in college football next year, potentially. Like he would be top 5, undoubtedly, if he could only use one hand.
What about Hansel Emmanuel? He was just why he converted to wide receiver.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, honestly, he would be able to figure it out. I was also thinking of our boy Shaq Griffin.
Shaq Griffin? Yeah.
Good
pick too.
Played DB. Have you ever seen the Madden clip where he like gets a one-handed pick with a stub? Yeah. That's so good. That's so fucking funny. Love that. Shout out Madden being dumb. Don't we all know it? You know who I have a lot of empathy for? And this might be a bad take.
Me?
Might be a bad take. Larry? No, you because I took Brandon Lloyd and Juice. But you know who I actually do have some empathy for is the fucking guy that shot up a Madden tournament. Because, dude, think about it. Like, Madden makes you so fucking mad. Like, you know how mad that game can make you? Like, I kind of get where he's coming from. Now, did he need to kill people? That's probably too far. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know that I have a good point here. Like, that game is just, like, it's so mean.
It is not at all where I thought you were going to go.
Yeah. Caught you off guard with that one.
Very, very. Madden, I will say this. No game has made me angrier than Madden. I have thought things that I never think.
Brings out a horrible side of me.
It brings out the worst of me. And it brings out the worst of most people. Do I have empathy? Do I have empathy for this guy? No. Is Madden an incredibly infuriating game? Yes.
So you're telling me even on your worst day,
is a Madden tournament a likely place for something like that to happen? Yeah, yes. I'm not surprised. Yes. That's outrageous.
And they do Madden tournaments at school, by the way. So not that would have anything to do with anything. But moving on.
Yeah. I'm still upset.
I honestly couldn't think of it was fucking Jeremiah Smith came to mind, and it was like a couple other dudes that I was like, I mean, they're good, but like Jerry Rice wouldn't even allow himself to be in this draft. Jerry Rice would be like, fuck you, I'm catching the ball too.
Yeah. Jerry Rice is like, he's just not the guy to like go for it with one hand.
He's too really smart. He's too good.
Too. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right. David Tyree. No.
Just catches it against his helmet every time.
That's like the one catch he had all year.
It's like the one catch he had ever. Yeah, he had like 500 yards.
Yeah. Antonio Brown, Julio. I feel like
you know who I was thinking? I should have taken this guy to be less mean to you. Roddy White. Roddy White could catch the ball with one hand. 100%. He came to my mind earlier today, but I forgot about it. But yeah.
All right, I guess we can we'll transition to our last. There's no smooth transition, but we'll just transition to it. We'll talk about some game breaking, some NFL meta changing, style flipping methods of play.
Yes.
So we got two that you and I know about, but I am bringing up.
You have a third one.
I have a third. Okay.
I'm excited for it.
So
I'm very excited for it.
We'll preface it by saying like we're basically trying to figure out some ways to manipulate the rule book.
I would say
light way. play football in a way that it's not currently played.
It's like somewhere in between like the invention of the forward pass and then like the Ravens holding everybody on an intentional safety on the last play of the game. Like,
yes,
it's, it's situational, but also progressive in a way.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're both in agreement that the future of football is laterals. And
I think laterals have to be a thing.
The more it looks like rugby,
yes,
the better the team will be.
I think if you think about it from like a baseball statistic way, there's like the WAR, right? Like wins above replacement. And like if you look in baseball, the guys with the highest WAR are the guys that play like the most important defensive positions, right? And the guys that hit the most home runs. So like the more opportunities you give yourself to make great plays, the higher your WAR could be, right?
Yeah.
If you're like getting a lot of plate appearances with guys on base, and if you're in the position to make a lot of hard defensive plays, you could be great. So like as a receiver or as a player on an offense, you most likely are going to be able to help your team more by looking to be in an offload lane, to be receiving the ball from the guy who has it versus downfield blocking in a lot of scenarios. Not every scenario, but more often than not, I would almost argue if the ball is 15 yards or further past the line of scrimmage, you're not going to really be making too many blocks that prevent tackles.
Yeah.
But you could be in a position to extend the play to a touchdown.
Especially if you're behind a guy. Like you're not going to be able to get in front of him and lead block. You should always be looking to get into a position to receive a lateral. This is what I'm most excited about with Ben Johnson is because he has play designs that include laterals. And you saw it last season against the Cardinals, against the 49ers. Yes. Both of them went for touchdowns. It was awesome.
Yes.
And you're seeing it more every year. Like there are a lot of plays
Travis.
The Travis Hunter to Kadarius Toney, like
Travis.
Travis would have been the coolest. Yeah. That would have been sick. Had that stood, I think we'd have seen a lot more.
Agreed.
A lot more laterals.
It's a play that it was immediately erased once it was called back. Yeah.
You got the Travis to LaShawn McCoy one from a few years ago against the Lions
at halftime. Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot now. What you'll see is on 3rd and long, like you sort of throw like a 7-yard dagger route or crosser route, and then on the far side of the field there will be like a running back sitting back at the line of scrimmage, and they just throw it to the far side, and the running back will get it, and there's no one on that side of the field because everyone's crashing into the football. So the way football is coached, at least defensively, is once a guy catches the ball, like crash to the football.
Swarm. So you swarm that motherfucker. Yeah.
As soon as there is a coach that teaches you to look for or to go into offload lanes and be there to receive a lateral. Like the first team that can perfect that it's
going to be unstoppable.
It will be unstoppable. It will actually be insane. So I looked at.
It's also safer because you're going to take less big hits once guys are like, oh shit, he could lateral it. Like I'm not just going to run straight at him. I'm going to like hesitate a little bit.
Yeah. There was one play last year with the Broncos. So the only thing is the way the NFL works. It's not like rugby where if you lateral
turnovers are a lot more like detrimental.
Well, no. So no. When you're running forwards, if you lateral it like horizontally, but the ball travels forwards because you're running forwards, it's considered a forward pass.
Yeah.
So there was a play with the
Broncos. You can get away with it a lot easier in rugby. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where it looked like a lateral.
Yes, but technically the ball traveled forwards, and they called it a forward pass. So that makes it harder to pull off, but it's still like very feasible.
Still very doable.
And I looked at it on like when I was looking at like analytics stuff, just looking at plays with laterals. And obviously this doesn't mean too much because like a lot of plays with laterals are either drawn up
they present themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, but the average yards gained on a play with laterals, I want to say, is like 20 plus yards. Something insane. And there's not a lot of data on it. And for all the people who are going to be like, well, of course, like whatever, it's all end of game. I filtered out plays at the end of games. So like there was nothing within the last
integrity,
like 2 minutes of a half. It was only like plays within a certain win probability. Basically design lateral plays or like the coincidental ones with Trav and whatnot. But they're really effective. And I think if you can coach it well enough to where you're not turning the ball over frequently, it will be the most useful play in the league.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's also a strategy to save time. I want to say if you lateral the ball out of bounds, that stops the clock. But
does not.
I think it used to at some point because Michigan did that at some point in like the 80s. But I don't know if the rule changed or something.
If you fumble out of bounds, the clock runs.
Clock
but
goes.
if you lateral it to a guy who can get out of bounds,
right? Even if he has 1 foot in and 1 foot out, right?
I don't. That's actually
if he has like
stands on the sideline and you can lateral it to him. You can effectively in end of game scenarios, you can throw the ball anywhere towards the middle of the field because typically defenders are taking away the sidelines. Throw to the middle,
and then you just throw it to a guy who's standing out of bounds. Yeah.
Wow, we gotta let Ben Johnson know about this.
Call him up. So yeah, there's that. We've also talked. You've mentioned on your page before talking about throwing to yourself as a quarterback.
Quarterbacks should be throwing the ball to themselves. They should be.
There's situations where it 100% would work.
Oh, 1,000%. You can design. Yeah. You can design a play where the quarterback is just throwing the ball to himself. You need a guy who's at least somewhat mobile. Otherwise,
really
it's just
mobile. Yeah, and confident. Yeah, like a JJ McCarthy.
But
I'm just kidding.
But Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson can pull this off. 1,000%.
Yeah. Mariota in his prime.
Yeah, and I got a lot of. There were people commenting when I made that video. They were either commenting like, "Don't let the Lions see this," or "You're an idiot. This would never work." But the way
that's what they said about the forward pass too.
Exactly, that is what they said about the forward pass. The way it would have to work is like you'd need basically it'd have to be man coverage. Any way you can get a quarterback on the outside in a one-on-one with the defender, like crashing at the line of scrimmage. So they're converging at the line of scrimmage. Instead of taking, even if it's behind the line of scrimmage, instead of taking a sack, just
or trying to make a move.
Yes. Yeah. Throw the ball right over to the defender. If the ball hits the ground, it's incomplete. Better than taking a sack. If the defender tackles you while you're trying to catch the ball,
pass interference.
Or
roughing the passer, whatever they want to call.
Yeah, exactly. You could make the argument for both. You literally could make the argument for both.
Yeah, you're like the least hittable player of all time when you're doing that.
Yeah. So I don't think we're that far away from someone intentionally doing it, or at least trying it. It would be so cool. Josh Allen seems like the type.
Drake, man. Yeah. Yeah, Josh Allen would probably be the first one to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But no, even in situations where like a defender's running at you like pretty like one-on-one, like head to head, like if there's guys that you're just not going to be able to make a move on, this is a great thing to do because most likely the first time you do it, it's going to result in the penalty, almost certainly, because the defender's not going to not hit you. And like
until the NFL patches it, like they should. I feel like just by a technicality, like throw the flag. So I should also mention, if you line up in shotgun at quarterback, you are technically an eligible receiver. If you line up under center, you're not allowed to catch the ball. So it only works out of shotgun. But if you're an eligible receiver, then you can get defensive holding, pass interference called on you alongside roughing the passer, which is hilarious.
Which is awesome, yeah. Honestly, it would probably like technically be 2 flags. Like if it was called perfectly.
You just get to pick whichever's more yardage.
Yeah.
That I think that would be the first time in NFL history a player gets called for defensive pass interference and roughing the passer on the same play.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That happens probably all the time, but like the same player to get both flags, I can't imagine that happens.
All right, so what did you cook up over here?
This is awesome. This is awesome. I love this. So you talk a lot. You talk a lot about punting on third down.
Yes, I do.
So you know how it works in Canadian football with the punt at the line of scrimmage where you can just punt it a yard and recover it?
Yes.
Okay. So what I propose is that in the NFL, if you have to go for it on 4th and long or even 3rd and long and there's just absolutely nothing there, you're going to be punting on the next play, or you are punting on that play, why don't you try to get yourself in a scenario where you can punt it at a player intentionally?
Would this work? Would this be legal?
Yeah, 100%. So as long as you're behind the line of scrimmage, you can punt the ball
at any point.
Yep.
That's fucking awesome. I didn't know that. Okay.
But the problem is there's no way to really like draw it up. But it's one of those. It would make it in a compilation of like high IQ plays.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like top 10 high IQ or like NFL high IQ moments, but they get increasingly more smart. Like
so
that would be at the very end of the video.
But you still need to gain the yardage for the first down though, don't you?
No. If they muff it, it's your ball. If they muff it and you recover it,
how do you determine what's the difference between a muff and a block? Like, does it have to be past the line of scrimmage? The ball has to be past the line of scrimmage? Because you can get a punt blocked, recover it, and then it's still not your ball. But I don't know how it works. Mind.
You're right. It would need to go
past the line of scrimmage, right?
Past the line of scrimmage.
But you could still like work it out. I also think if we want to talk about punting on third down, there is a time and a place to punt on third down.
I didn't think about that. It does need to pass the first down line. I'm pretty sure. But and you can't pick it up and run.
Right.
Maybe the NFL already patched this.
They might have patched this. But we could figure out something with the intentional muff. It's the juices are flowing. It's good. It's good discourse.
I was really excited about that. Now that I've really given it some thought, it's probably not the best idea. Damn.
There's something there though. There's something there. But on the third down punting thing, I think that like your quarterback being able to punt is like a very underutilized skill. Because
just by like catching the defense off guard.
Yeah, because like punters, there's a lot of punters that if there was no receiver could punt the ball 85 yards consistently. Like if they had enough time to step into a punt and they knew that no one was going to be down the field to receive it, with the roll, they would be able to flip the field every single time they punted. So like if you could motion into the punt formation with your quarterback who just has a boot on like 3rd and 32, like you could basically guarantee that you're going to get better punt than you would on the next play on 4th down. And if it's third and 25 plus or whatever, like how many times are you realistically picking that up, and how many times are you making enough yards to where it would be more worth it to go for it on 4th down?
I think punters are too good at this point. Like I get hoping for a good bounce, especially if like the defense just isn't lined up for it.
Yeah.
But if you're say it's 3rd and 30 on your own.
I'd say
25.
anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Would you rather give yourself a play to gain yards and then punt with your punter, right, or you just punt with your quarterback and there's no one back there to receive it?
Like, so you'd have to work it out with your team. It'd be literally an equation of like, how much more do we net on average from this play versus a regular punt? Because I would assume that you would be able to put the ball further down the field. And then if you could get like an extra 15 yards out of it on average, then that's how many yards you would need, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can kind of just figure it out from there. But
that's true. Depends on how big of a leg the quarterback's got and the punter.
And also, this is like another hybrid thing, but like if you could have a quarterback that could punt consistently, like you could basically go for it with the option of audibling to a punt on every single punt that's within like a 20-yard range. Like if you're punting from, let's say, the opponent's 45 until about like right where you're out of field goal range, like however many yards that would be, probably an additional 15 or so, you could have a play on 4th down where your quarterback has a read pre-snap and basically is like, okay, if I'm like 80% sure that we can get this look and like, we can run this concept and get a first down, like we'll run it. If not, I just, fucking move my leg or whatever, go 20 yards into the shotgun, and then we just punt it. And it's like, I don't need to have the best leg ever.
I'll say this. I think we might have found something here. So I think the play is always sending your offense out there on first down. And your quarterback then on fourth down.
Sorry. On fourth down. Yeah.
Always send your offense out there on fourth down. The quarterback then makes his read. If he has the defensive look he likes, you can run a play.
Mm-hmm.
If not, the quarterback shifts into a punt formation. Defense obviously not expecting it. Even if they are and they elect to send a guy back, you're then
you can go right back.
You're then playing defense with 10 fake guys. Punt. So I'd say anywhere within, if you're past your own 45, you should almost always just send your quarterback out there instead of your punter.
I agree. And like, dude, you don't want your quarterback working that much on it, but like if you gave your quarterback a solid 3 total hours over the course of a month of punting practice, you'd be able to add 30 yards to their punt. Like, it's not that much more than just a reps game,
And even if you elect to run a play on fourth down on your own 45 and it's just like not working out, again, you just go.
You could punt.
You scramble. You just punt however you can to get a punt off.
You could run like a crazy long rollout where you have the option to punt.
Mm-hmm. Sort of how like the rugby kicks, like you see more in college where they're on the run. And they punt.
There was like a year in college football where every fucking team did that. I don't know why, but they all did the rolling punt, which was kind of funny. Yeah, the rugby style punt. I think there's something there for sure.
Yeah.
I think you could also find a gray area where your punter is a good enough athlete to put on the field to be a fourth down option, and then motioning him. Yeah, like Marquette King could play a couple reps at slot and not be so bad that you don't have to worry about him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you start fourth and you have like a 4th and 8 or whatever it is. Marquette King's in the slot. And then if you don't get the look, then you just put your quarterback in the slot. He doesn't really have to do anything. And then Marquette King can punt it on a defense that's not expecting a punt. Like, you could definitely find something there.
Yeah. I wish the forcing a muff would work.
There's some way to make that work, but I don't know how. Have you seen the play? It's I've only seen it pulled off in high school, but it's a fake punt where basically the punter catches the ball and then throws it underhanded.
Yeah.
And it looks like a shitty punt. And then his team catches it like 30 yards down the field or whatever. And it's just like, oh yeah, first down. That one's awesome. It's just like way too easy to patch because at some point you could just like kill the guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, if you send your quarterback out there to punt, the defense is anticipating a bad punt, so you can pull off that underhand throw, and it might look like just a bad punt.
An average. Yeah.
We're going to solve the NFL. That's our mission. 100%. I like exploring the rules. There was another one about with the new kickoff rules. You know how like play doesn't start until they have the ball.
Yeah.
But it works differently than I anticipated. I think as soon as the ball hits the ground in the landing zone,
then you can go for it.
You can go for it. What I thought was if the ball rolls on the ground, like play doesn't start until the receiver grabs
someone touches it. So you could like set something up.
You could just like pump fake and grab the ball and draw an offside,
and get a penalty.
Penalty from the kicking team, and you just have
that'd be pretty awesome.
But I don't think it works like that. I'll have to look at the rule book again because if it does, then like basically every guy should be doing that because it'd be so easy.
Yeah. I also think like I don't know if this has been like thought about a lot, but there's a lot of like people do this in Madden, like where you kick to one of the like upmen and like try to just hit stick him and get a fumble. Like not necessarily doing that, but kind of the gray area of an onside and a squib kick where if you have like really good athletes and you put the ball in play, like I feel like you would get that ball back a decent amount of the time. And it's also like downfield. Like if you like this doesn't work for the new kickoff, but like the old kickoff, if you just did kind of like a squib kick and your goal was to find turf, basically put the ball down, like I feel like
but
you
it
get that ball
does.
back.
So that is like I'd say the new meta with the new kickoffs because
you can put it like in the landing
because
zone.
the play starts if you land it in the landing zone as soon as the ball hits the ground. So if you kick the ball, you sort of do like a line drive or any sort of wonky kick to land it in the landing zone and make it hard for the defenders to recover, you're going to get back
or at
there
least
pretty
on the
quickly.
fly. Yeah, that's true. You'd find something there.
The problem is it's hard
I think
to pull off. So it just happened in one of the preseason games I was watching where they tried
intentionally.
I think he was intentionally trying to kick the ball.
It'd be the
sort
time
of like
to try
a line drive or a squib, and he messed it up. Like it didn't even reach the landing zone, so they got the ball at the 40. But considering a touchback, you now get the ball at the 35. I think squib kicking it, if you mess up, they get it at the 40. It's really not that big of a problem.
Mm-hmm. Also, there was a play a couple years ago in the first. It was remember when the Lions were in the first game of the year? It was against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
There was a situation where they had a 4th down and long, right? And they were down by 1 point. And I saw someone say something on Twitter that was like so fucking smart.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it is.
So, okay, basically it was 4th and long, right? And they didn't really have a chance of getting it. They had like 1 timeout left, and there was like 2 minutes left in the game, 2.5 minutes left. So if they punt the ball to fucking Patrick Mahomes, 99% chance he's running out the clock, right? What the guy said on Twitter was that they should have snapped the ball to like Gibbs or whatever, have him run it back to the 9-yard line and go out of bounds. So there'd be like 2 minutes left. They couldn't pick up a first down.
Burn the clock, yeah.
If they scored a touchdown, then they'd go down by 8 points, and then they would still be in the game. And like that's something that like if I was a head coach, like I would put that in my back pocket because that's definitely there's a scenario where that makes sense. Because like it was either they do that and then they get the ball back with like, maybe a minute 20 left after they burn their last time out, or they try to pick up like a 4th and 25 or 4th and 30, which is like I don't know. So interesting.
These sort of loopholes with football, particularly, like it's a lot of situational stuff where you can pull it off. Like that happens a lot in Madden, where you just pull your defenders away and let the CPU score so you can get the ball back.
Yeah,
otherwise you'll just burn the clock out. So forcing the Chiefs into a scenario where they can't burn more than 2 minutes of clock because they can't gain a first down. That is some genius stuff. But
it would have been awesome.
Maybe frowned upon if it doesn't work. It's like, are you that you like don't believe in your team being able to get a stop of 10 yards?
Right.
But to be fair, like if you get the stop, you basically like you allow field goal, but you guaranteed that there was no way they could have burned any more clock than 2 minutes. So it's interesting. So I think we have burned enough clock on this week's episode. It's a good time to wrap it up. We've got some more football on tonight. Maybe we'll play some Whipple, play some basketball after this.
Hopefully.
Update you next week. Last weekend, last Sunday I threw a walk-off home run in our
you got walked off on. Tough.
That was not fun. To be fair, it was my first full wiffle ball game.
Yeah. Still learns.
Second with how I played.
That was fun. Yeah. But that's pretty much all we got. Hopefully we could find more ways to solve the NFL. Best item of the day.
This is what the people stay here for.
Okay. Actually, let me go get this. You ever been to Cracker Barrel? Can you hear me? Have you ever been to Cracker Barrel?
Mm-hmm. You got the little stick game. Yeah, I like that game.
Very fun because.
They have like the Cracker Barrel insignia on it, and if you have 4 remaining, you're an Eg-No-Ra-Moosin.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, how the fuck did you know that? What does Eg-No-Ra-Moosin mean?
It means you're an idiot. You don't know what Eg-No-Ra-Moosin means?
Then you might be an Eg-No-Ra-Moosin. I really like that game because it's easy enough that if you play it for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you'll probably beat it. But it's hard enough that if you don't play it for a month or two, you forget how to win. So
yeah,
it's always good to revisit every once in a while.
Cool. Good item. Good item.
Yes, sir. All right. More items to come, more discussions to be had.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
See ya.
Outro music.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I could play some outro music. That was fun. That was good.
I'm still recording.
Oh, you're still recording? Here, wait. I'll play an outro music.
A little surprise for the people who stayed the extra 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Wait. We'll do an outro music draft.
Where is it, bro? Oh my! So this. Oh no way!
We're gonna get copyrighted if we play this for too long.
You can't play it for too long. Yeah.
What do you got?
That's all you get. That's a huge if you know, you know.
I couldn't hear it. The Fat Rat.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for listening.
100%.
See ya.